What is going on to the AMC stock group and what is going on to the AMC stock community? In this video, we are going to be talking about how the hedge funds are actually helping us. Now, I know that may seem crazy, but this was actually my conviction in the beginning, right around February, because if we do not have a lot of the hedge funds betting against us, what is going to make the short squeeze happen? What is going to make the price go exponentially higher? Not just double or triple, but quadruple, etc., right? What is going to be that driving factor? And the answer to that is simple. It is the hedge funds. And so in my previous video, we did talk about how there was a lot of inverse correlations between AMC stock and the indices. Now, which two indices am I talking about? I'm talking about the S&P 500 and I'm also talking about the IWM. IWM is basically the small cap index fund, and the S&P 500 or the SPY is a collection of the best 500 companies. Now on the daily time frame, the IWM was down. However, today it was definitely up because on the daily or the 1 minute chart, it just continued going up. It did have a dip in the morning, but just continued to go back up. But for the SPY, this stock just continued to go up. There was nothing stopping it this morning. There's nothing stopping it this evening, and there was nothing stopping it this afternoon. And this index just continues to make all-time highs. And while we see this index fund continue to make all-time highs, AMC stock continues to go lower. Now, in my other videos, I do understand why there is a lot of frustration, and that is because every single time that I state my opinion for what I believe AMC stock will go to in the near term, next week, next month, etc., because of this variable or this factor, a lot of you guys do not watch the majority of the video, and so you guys do not understand what that variable is that will drive AMC stock higher to my near-term price targets. And my near-term price targets are not even my ultimate price targets. And that is also something that a lot of people miss out on, because if these near-term price targets are not even my ultimate price targets, that obviously means that my ultimate price targets that I was talking about when AMC stock was around that $60 range, even though we bought it at $3.50 and we averaged all the way up to $15 and then $50, right? Just because AMC stock is down right now, my price targets back then, they have not changed. They have yet to change, and in fact, I just decided to take my AMC shares, lock it up in the Webull account, and not look at it for 1 year. Now, why for 1 year? Or why for at least 1 year, right? At least 1 year, meaning holding it for 1 year or more. That is because we will have the benefit of capital gains tax on our favorite stock. And I'm not the only one holding this stock for at least 1 year. Meet Kevin is an amazing YouTuber and he is holding AMC stock for at least 1 year. And he has no problem in doing so. He is a fundamental investor and he did state that AMC stock was never an investment for him just because of the fundamentals. We knew that when we were investing in AMC stock around that February timeframe, so around that $3 range to that $15 range, right? All of us know this. However, he is holding it for at least 1 year. One, first of all, to support the movement, and second of all, I'm not sure if AMC is his favorite stock, but for me, it is definitely one of my favorite stocks, and so therefore, there will be some tax benefits associated with that. So it is just a win-win. And so also with the S&P 500 making all-time highs, what does that mean for the S&P 500 and AMC when the SPY decides to have a dip? Well, guys, the SPY is looking extremely overextended right now. And if you guys have a lot of blue chip stocks, then that may be some sort of danger for you and your portfolio in the future. Now, I'm just talking about the S&P 500, so Apple, Facebook, Microsoft, Tesla, etc. But this is actually going to be good for people that have stocks like AMC. So if you guys have your own convictions for what you think AMC stock is going to do in the future because of this inverse correlation, make sure you guys comment it down below because there definitely needs to be some evaluation with this correlation, with this inverse correlation actually. And so my thesis is that the S&P 500 will only extend for a few more days. And so with that being said, it will probably have 1 day or probably a week and maybe even a month, especially as we get closer to the August month, where it decides to go downwards in the trend rather than upwards, because right now we are most definitely trending upwards and this is not stopping. However, we will see that stop in my opinion soon, especially in the August month, right as we approach near the end of the summer. And because AMC is inversely correlated with the S&P 500, I think that this is going to be the opportunity for AMC stock to break out and go even higher, just like it did in February when the S&P 500 decided to go downwards, but AMC stock and GameStop decided to go parabolic. Now, this would only be true if there really is an inverse correlation between the SPY, the IWM, and AMC, meaning that AMC goes down if the SPY goes up, and AMC goes up if the SPY goes down. So that is just a thought, that is just my conviction, and that is why I'm excited for AMC stock going into the end of August and the middle of August and just approaching the near end of the summer. And I also want to talk about what the hedge funds are doing. How will the hedge funds end up helping AMC stock and the AMC community? Because we have a lot of AMC shares to the upside, or in other words, to the long side. We are not betting against AMC stock, meaning that we are not capitalizing off of AMC if AMC decides to go to the downside. And so AMC stock right now is sitting at around $37 a share. And so with this $37 mark, this is not even close to the all-time highs for this stock. And so what ended up happening to the all-time highs though? Well, this is something we continuously talked about. What we're talking about is AMC stock has a major resistance at $61 a share. Back then, it was not even about a resistance zone. No way, because AMC stock had extreme difficulty even breaking that level. And I know that's why they call it resistance levels, but every single time AMC stock went to this level, it got rejected almost immediately. And a lot of us know this, right? And even a lot of you guys have been saying that AMC stock, there should be no technical analysis associated with it just because they think that AMC stock is 100% market manipulation. And so, in my opinion, I definitely think that there was some sort of market manipulation when AMC stock went to $61 a share. And that is because as soon as AMC stock would go above $61 a share, there is a gap fill. The gap fill is to the all-time highs of $72 a share and even higher, because once you would break $72 a share, this stock would be limitless, just like GameStop, when GameStop was extremely limitless for the share price and it just kept on going exponentially higher and it decided to go insanely parabolic. So that was protection from the hedge funds. They do not want to have a lot of liquidation. They do not want to have a lot of margin calls on their own institution. That would be very bad news for them. And so, what are the hedge funds going to do now that will help AMC stock? Well, as long as they keep on rising the short interest for AMC stock, we will have another instance of a short squeeze, in my opinion. And if you combine the short interest increasing over the next few weeks with AMC stock and how there is an inverse correlation between the SPY and AMC, because the SPY would go down in the near term future, for example, in the August month, and then that means that AMC stock would go up because of that inverse correlation. And so you also combine that with the short interest percentage increasing over time. Guys, you have a short squeeze. You have another instance of a short squeeze happening. And this is what is going to cause the price of AMC stock to have a repeat of what happened to the left of this chart right over here. We got the left of this chart right here. And so the right side of the chart has a major consolidation zone right now. We have just been consolidating day after day. And this is also what is causing a lot of frustration. Remember, guys, there has to be unity, because right now I'm telling you guys, at these price levels, we cannot have a lot of conflicts. Otherwise, the hedge funds will try to use our own conflicts against us, and they will try to drive the price of AMC stock even lower. So in the comment section, if there is anyone that is stressing about AMC stock, if there is anyone that has any questions about AMC stock, or if you guys have any news about AMC stock, make sure you guys comment it down below, because this community, even though it is already extremely strong right now, we need to continue to make this community even more resilient in the future to prepare any type of conflicts in the future. And so with that being said, in my opinion, and remember, I'm not a financial advisor, but these next few weeks will be very interesting for AMC stock, just because next week will be a make or break for whether there's confirmation that AMC stock is or is not inversely correlated with the S&P 500. And if it is inversely correlated, then that is going to be insane for AMC, because in the month of August, we may end up seeing that major breakout that we saw in February and that we saw that made the stock price go from $3.50 to $72 a share. Now I'm going to have to evaluate this a little more. So with that being said, AMC Stock Group, thanks again for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video.